Today on the Straight Talk Commerce podcast, we're going to dive into the murky waters of cryptocurrency. I want to talk about the scams to regulation, market manipulation to outright fraud. What exactly is going on in the world of digital money? And more importantly, are you exposed without you even realizing it? Let's unpack the chaos because crypto promised freedom from the system. What we ended up with was rug pulls, insider trading, and billion-dollar bankruptcies. From FTX to fake coins, we're going to crack open the digital Wild West here. We're going to find out who's left holding the bag. And I promise you, you're not going to like what I've discovered. You've seen the headlines. Fortunes have been made and they've been lost in seconds. But what is legal? What is just shady? And what is straight up criminal in the world of crypto? And why is your 401k and retirement involved? Let's break it all down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I'll break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. Ready to win, then tune in. Triple big names, big games. All the lessons they bring from Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We crack the code. Now here we go. Straight talk.
I actually saw the
Didn't know, but Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.
Are competing right now to be the world's crypto havens. We are in a global race between regulation and innovation, and nobody can afford to finish last. What does this mean? What does this mean? Some of you are buried neck deep in this. Retail investors, if you are buying crypto on Coinbase or on Robinhood, your funds are not insured. If the exchange fails, you will lose everything. There's no one to help you bail out. Scams are incredibly common, and legal recourse is non-existent to very rare. If you're a business and you accept crypto, or if you are launching a coin, you could be classified as a money service business with all the laws and all the regulation that goes along with that. And if you're not prepared, you've really put yourself in a plum. Launching an NFT could be seen, as a matter of fact, or as an example, as launching a security. And if you're not well-versed and don't have a great team of lawyers, you are screwed, buddy. Because unless your legal team is rock solid, you have massive exposure. Let's talk about developers and founders. Today's crypto founder needs a securities lawyer, a compliance officer, ironclad documentation, which does not exist, frankly, for the reasons that I said before. There are no regulations. What we do today, we might not do tomorrow. And that means the government. The government may prosecute you for something today that 5 minutes from now, they're no longer going to prosecute for, and vice versa. You could end up like Do Kwon, internationally wanted after the Luna crash. The main problem is here, with no regulation, there is no right way to enter the space. Let me say that again. Because you have made something with no regulation, there is no right way to enter the crypto space and minimize your risk. Investment tools, and here's where it gets really bad. And I hope you will listen to this. I should have put this to the beginning, but I hope you are still with me to hear this. Because those of you that are sitting there about to turn this off and saying, I would never mess with cryptocurrency, Wayne, this is absolutely boring. Guess what? You already have. And let me prove this to you. because there are investment tools that add crypto exposure without ever even letting you know that they did it. ETFs and mutual funds, for example, funds like ARK, Fidelity Tech, even some ESG portfolios will now include Coinbase stock, MicroStrategy, crypto ETFs, Grayscale Bitcoin trusts. Your portfolio is probably far more volatile than you think it is. 401ks. Fidelity now offers Bitcoin in retirement accounts. Wealthfront, Betterment, and many others allow crypto ETFs in automated portfolios. And some users, many users, are opted into this without even knowing it. So the next time you check your 401k, the next time you check your investment accounts, and you see a much lower number, check to see if that loss was due to cryptocurrency investment. Are you holding Tesla, Nvidia, or Square? You are indirectly invested in cryptocurrencies because Tesla owns Bitcoin, Nvidia supplies mining chips, Square facilitates crypto payments. Those stocks rise and fall with the crypto trend. You are directly tied to the success or weaknesses of any crypto trading. And the decentralized finance under the hood is scarier than any of it. There are apps promising 8 to 12% on savings, and they often use liquidity pools to achieve that, or lending protocols that would not be allowed with other types of investments. Staking and yield farms. And if you don't know what a staking or a yield farm is, check your investment and your retirement account because you should be aware of them because your investment or your savings accounts and investments are probably making use of these to get you to the higher interest rates of return. The Celsius Network, for example, I want everyone, when you get done here, go to celsiusnetwork.com. It collapsed after using customer funds in a high-risk DeFi, and customers lost billions of dollars, and all they got for it was a briefly worded website page telling you, hey, sorry, you played, but you are not a winner. I want to do something fun. I want to fun, and this is actually pretty tragic, but I want to compare this to an event that happened in my life. Nothing new under the sun, you guys. There's nothing new under the sun. And back in the 90s, I was in the military. I spent from 89 to 94, 96 in the U.S. Army. And I was in Germany, and I came home, and everyone was I got invited to all these emu parties. And if you're not familiar with what an emu is, I have put an emu, picture of an emu. It is a nasty bird like a ostrich. In the 1990s, investors, especially in Texas, East Texas more particularly, and some of the southern states, were sold on the idea that emu meat, oil, and leather were the next luxury commodities.
Step right up,
Prices
Get your fresh
soared,
emu eggs
not
and the
because of
finest
any
emu
demand,
meat you've ever
but because
tasted.
new
Step
investors
two.
were needed to buy breeding pairs. So the first layer of investment is we've got to come up with all of these birds, invest in emus, for the eggs, for the birds, we're going to get breeding pairs. And when the emu market does you reach the next level, you're all going to be millionaires. And make no mistake, there were millionaires made during this part of the emu bust. Emu breeding pairs were sold for $20,000 per, and there was very little actual product demand. Every once in a while, you'd go to a emu party and you would eat some emu meat, tasted like steak, delicious. Or they would scramble up one egg, would feed like 6, 7 people. They were these massive eggs, very hyped up. And when the hype finally dried up, the market collapsed. Emus, literally, I mean this truthfully. Go look it up. Emus, to this day, 40 years later, are still roaming the East Texas countryside.
Oh no.
Or they were sent directly to slaughter because people could not afford to feed a 120-pound bird, raptor, mean, angry emu. No one wanted an emu in their backyard that was eating for free and there was nothing else they could do. These were not good pets, you guys. And you would see for years, even to this day, you would see emus in the newspaper that were terrorizing small towns in East Texas. They would attack children. They would attack old people. They would run out of the woods and they would act like it was freaking Jurassic Park. Now, the crypto parallel I want to draw here is both were hype-based growth. For emus, it was luxury meat. For crypto, it's digital gold. It's a decentralized finance platform, which anyone that ever thought that was a good idea doesn't know human nature. There was no real demand. No one really wanted emu meat, oil, or leather. And in crypto's case, many tokens, all tokens, lack any use cases. There's nothing to do except invest with crypto. Both of them had the same problem with profit relying on resale. With emus, it was sell it to the next breeder, the next investor. Crypto, same thing. We're going to sell this to the next investor. There are some people that buy things on the way up. There are some people that buy things when they're on the way down. In either way, especially with cryptocurrency, that's where the money is made between the two. And both of them share one last thing in common, and that's inevitable collapse. With emus, prices went to zero, and you had a flightless raptor in your backyard. At least with crypto, 90% of the coins made so far have lost most of its value after 2022. Look it up. Most coins, 90% of coins, have lost most of their value after 2022. These things are declining in value. They are not going up in value. Crypto, therefore, is just the emu on a blockchain. The products, ladies and gentlemen, may change, but the human psychology always remains the same. Listen, crypto is not going away, at least anytime soon. But if you are investing in it willingly, building with it, fine. But if you're accidentally exposed to it, you need to understand that and understand the risk, the regulations, and the realities of what you've been stuck with. You need to stay informed in order to stay ahead and make the proper decision for yourself. Crypto may look like freedom to some of you, but right now it is a digital gold rush with no sheriff in town and no value on the gold. And most people are not prospectors, they're targets. The future of crypto is being written right now, right this second. You get to have a window seat. It's written by coders, regulators, and scammers, unfortunately. Which side is going to win? I wish we could count on our elected officials to have our backs, but we cannot. It's going to be up to us. And until next week, stay informed, stay safe. I love you. I'll see you later. All right, that's what I got. If you found this episode helpful, and I hope you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and continue to share these episodes with people that you love and that want a brighter future for themselves. Especially those that are very big on crypto. Give them a little bit of something to think about if you're concerned. They might be blindly holding on to their crypto and thinking that they're going to be retiring on that. And frankly, I just don't see it. Let's protect each other from these hype-driven losses, from very bad or lack of legislation. And until next week, enjoy yourselves.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I'll break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We cracked the code, now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting the know. Wayne Altman, let's start the show.